you love to read books and you know you should be reading books, but you have no money. How do you read books in that situation? Hi there, I'm Manpreet. I make book-related videos on this channel. In today's video, I'm going to answer the question on how to read books with no money. But before I begin, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications on because I make bookish videos every odd day. And if you like books, make sure you subscribe, okay? And without further ado, let's get started with this video. I have a policy on this channel which I don't talk about often, but it is that I always talk about the things that I have actually experienced. I am not that rich kid who always had enough money to buy hardbacks, buy lots of books, and I haven't been that kid. For a long time in my reading life, I hadn't even owned a book. I used to wait for my birthdays to get 2 or 3 books. Like even at that time, 300-400 rupees for my parents was a huge deal to gift me on my birthdays. So in the early part of my life, when I was a school kid, I had a very limited access to books when it comes to buying books. So how did I manage? I still managed to read a lot of books at that point of time. How did I manage? Number one, borrow books. I remember I would befriend people who had books. I would befriend people who I knew read books and they had a good collection of books. I would take those books from them, borrow them and return them after I had read them. So that is one way. I didn't have a very nice connection to my English teacher, okay? But still I went to her one day and I was like, ma'am, can you please suggest me some books that I can read according to my reading level? I was in 9th standard then and I don't think I would have been able to read a lot of like hi-fi books. I was just at the children's novel stage at that time and I asked her and then she was like, you can read this and that and okay, and that conversation was done and then she was like, would you like me to bring a book for you? And I was like, yes, and then she did, and then my classes changed. Next English teacher also brought me books, Punjabi teacher brought me books, Hindi teacher brought me books. So all of those teachers helped me out a lot. In the end, it's about borrowing. In the end, it's about letting that feeling go that, oh my god, I'm gonna ask a book from that person. Let that feeling go. Be shameless at that point of time because you have no money, but reading is such an amazing thing and I don't think any reader would be irritated to see anybody reading books. Okay, those are those elite readers. We don't even care about them on this channel. The ones who think that only they should be the ones who read books and others should not read books. We don't care about those people. But the normal people like you and me, we love to share, we love to read more books, we love to see people reading books. So go and ask your friends, go and ask your classmates. If you're in school, college, at that point of time, go and ask, take a chance. You will be turned down by maybe 1%, 2%, 3%. 4th person will definitely say yes. So keep asking, okay? Second way to get free books is go to a library. I used to go to a library and I know the collection at the library is usually like mostly very boring books, but that is still a good place to start. Like my school library until 10th standard was really boring in the sense of like the fiction genre and the genre I could read, not I wanted to read, I could read. That was very limited collection. Others were school textbooks and we all don't like that. So I still went there and I still, read stuff. And now a lot of people would say that even library had a subscription. Yes, it's a very minor subscription. Even then there's a way to read books in the library without you getting subscribed to the, getting the library membership. That is just go in the break. I would go to the library every day during my lunchtime and read the books for 15-20 minutes. That was enough for me. I just wanted to make it work. I just wanted to read as much as I can and I did. And then in my 11th and 12th standard, I changed schools and this school had an amazing library. I read so many amazing books. So this library was amazing. You can do that. And also I remember I was a member of the city's library. Now they are very cheap subscriptions, guys. I remember I used to pay like 30 rupees for a month. That is just something you can manage, right? Even then, if that doesn't work, just go and read there and then come back. Third is the actual free books, which are the ebooks. You guys have a smartphone. If you're watching me, then that means you have a device. You have either a computer or a smartphone and you can download any ebook reader app or you can just download a Kindle app and start buying books from Amazon that are free. Now, you would not know that, but there are a lot of books that are in public domain. A lot of classics, children's classics and other classics as well, they are in public domain. And when you go to their Amazon pages, they are actually free. The option is download for free. So you can legally download Kindle ebooks for free without paying a penny. I'll link down a couple of classics that I really like and find very easy to read down below, that you can read for free on your mobile phone, on your desktop, any digital device, I mean. Now, another policy that I follow for myself is that I respect my craft and I respect the craft of other people. So with my respect for the craft of the authors, I do not like to, borrow the Kindle ebooks, by the way. A lot of people, a lot of you guys message me and say, you know what, I have some ebooks, I'll send you. If you haven't bought them, I do not accept them. That is just my way of not supporting piracy in any form that I think is piracy. Downloading Kindle books from Amazon is totally legal. It's a totally right thing to do because those are in public domain. Those are meant to be read by the public. Those are meant to be read for free. So read them, guys. Lastly, fourth option I would suggest you, especially if you're in college or school, is that find a couple of friends who are into books like you are and start doing contrary, like little bits of money, like your pocket money, 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 5 rupees. Start collecting it, and in a while you will have money to buy a couple of books. Like Indian books are very cheap. Wait for the sales and buy those books and share. So even if you are 5 people in a group and each of you buys a book of 100 rupees, you'll have 5 books to read. That is better than nothing, guys. That is what I used to do. I had limited amount of money, and when I had that, I would borrow. Like my borrowing sessions were like intense. I would borrow 1 book a week from a friend. We became friends because we both loved reading. I remember we never talked for 6-7 years. We studied together, but then we started talking because we loved reading. She helped me out a lot. That way, I think there are good people out there who would not dismiss you just because you are borrowing the books or you cannot afford the books. So ask those people, and if not, then save, and gradually read the books. There's nobody running behind you to make you read more books. There's nobody running behind you to telling you that if you don't read this amount of books in a month, you will be left out. You won't be. So don't worry about it. Don't take the pressure of like, I have to read this number of books or I have to own this number of books. I know it's very easy and it's very common to get pressurized by that. For example, I think I'm also a person who may contribute negatively, even though if it's not my intention, because see, I have a lot of books here. I have a huge bookshelf downstairs. But you have to remember that that bookshelf was not formed in a day. It took me about like 10 years, and I am personally earning quite well. I have a job and I earn much better than even my classmates. So that really adds up, guys. And I do get some money from the channel itself. So I mostly invest that money in the books itself. So whatever I get from this channel, whatever I get from the sponsored reviews or sponsored videos, I put them into buying more books for you guys so that I can read myself and talk about it. So you have to understand that it's not that I just have a lot of money that is spent on books. It's just something I have collected in a long time, and even then my spending is not as much as you may have thought. This bookshelf, these books were not bought in a day. These books were bought in about 8 to 10 years. So you have to remember that. And so stop making yourself feel bad about not being able to buy a lot of books, because that's totally not a necessary thing to do. That's not your goal. Your goal is to read a lot of books in any way possible, okay, without buying pirated books, because that is just insulting the craft. That is just insulting the thing you are very much interested in. But otherwise, I hope these tips help you out. This was a very chatty video, but in my attempt to make the videos short, I think I missed some subjects that I really want to talk about or really want to address. So I'm sorry if this video felt long, but I really wanted to say these things, so I said them. I hope you enjoyed watching this video even then. I hope you get my point. Like, I really hope you get my point. If you think this video was helpful to you, make sure you hit a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're watching me for the first time. This is Manpreet signing off. I'll be back with another video very soon. And sorry if the lighting was not good in this video. Like, I'm shooting when the sun has gone down. Bad thing, Manpreet. You look all like blood.